captain comes to the crease with his side in a little bit of bother. 46 for 3, and the crowd on the West Indies side. And Michael Slater may find himself a little bit unlucky.
Well, we're just saying how the pitch was playing pretty low and slow, but all of a sudden that one, he's just produced it out of the lightning bolt.
And the first ball of the new over just goes past the outside edge. So the West Indies, and it's Collins. Australian captain has a go at him outside off stump and gets it away past point. And we'll get off with a couple of runs. Pedro Collins dismissed Steve Waugh in the first test match in Trinidad for naught in the second innings. And that's the length to bowl to Steve Waugh. A bit of an up and down pitch, unlike this one this morning, which is just up. A change in the commentary position. Carl Rackman, and with him, Tony Cozier.
Another no ball from Collins here. Not off the middle of the bat. Will come back for 3, which makes it 4 with the no ball. And a good, strong return from Nehemiah Perry once more. Just away from the short leg fielder. Ragana, not the fastest of the West Indies runners.
Steve Waugh goes back, and there's a big gap, and he's realised the gap, so he's hit it a bit harder than normal. And the Australians will get 3 runs. Courtney Walsh forced to throw the ball in. Lovely clip shot. And that may go all the way. It's a lightning fast outfield. It's flat and very fast and very quick, and it gets there. So Steve Waugh, with the lack of backlift and just the punching it through mid-wicket, beautiful timing. And slashes it through the offside. So another 4 to Steve Waugh. Feet not necessarily next to the ball, but the bat certainly was.
Another boundary. So boundaries flowing here at Sabina Park. And the Australian pair really dominating. That's the way he goes, just going down on his knee and sweeping rather than his brother does, and gets 4 runs for it. Didn't quite go in the direction he wanted, but went fast enough and went away for 4.
Lovely shot. And that's the 50 for the Australian captain. So a duck in the second innings last week in Trinidad. And he brings up a half-century under pressure for Australia. And he gets the applause of his teammates and many of the Australian supporters who've travelled a long way to be here. The boxing kangaroo flag. But he knows the job is nowhere near complete. On the way to what would have been a very good century. 2 wide, and consecutive boundaries to the point boundary. That's poor bowling. And Steve Waugh has hit that very, very hard and placed it. 171 for 4.
Banged away. That'll go for 4. One of the rare bad balls we've seen from Walsh.
That's not the line you really want into the bowling.
Typical Steve Waugh shot. Gone all the way for 6. Bending at the knee. That's a third 6 off Perry for the day. And that's the way Waugh hits them. That's Steve. Bends at the knee. Look at it here.
And he's hitting with the wind as well, making it a bit easier. Hitting with the spin, whatever spin there is. And also, remember, on your screen, the wind is blowing left to right. Loft it in that wind, and it will do the rest.
So, 4 runs again. Perry has been very inconsistent today and very expensive. Hardin over has gone by without a bad ball, and that one was a bad one and put away very expertly by Steve Waugh.
There's a man out deep on the offside, but he's out on the point boundary.
So again, Steve Waugh on strike. Pretty much a ringish field. Round the wicket he goes in the air. It's where second slip should be, shouldn't be, and he ain't. Well, you pay the penalty when you got the other side 227 for 7. You would think the second slip would be mandatory.
And McGill was out for a pair. He won't face, and that's banged on the ground for 4. Overpitched, and Steve Waugh made no bones about that one. That'll go for 4. Carries him to 99. Sliced away. Trying to protect the boundaries and give the batsman the single. Well, you can't stop the 4 there.
Yes, yes, yes.
There it is. Steve Waugh, Australian captain, gets 100. His 18th Test 100, his first as Australia's captain. And there's a mini invasion of the ground from, well, it's becoming more than that now. Just wonder where the security is here at Sabina Park. Absolutely none whatever. And an invasion of the ground, as there was here back in 1995 when Steve Waugh got his 100. Very similar invasion then of Australian supporters. They've come out with their Aussie rules football, and whatever congratulations he gets, fully deserved 100 out of 254 for 9 for Steve Waugh. End of the innings. Lara takes a catch. Pedro Collins gets his 3rd wicket. And Glenn McGrath is the one who is not out, as was the case here in 1995 when Steve Waugh got the double 100. He goes on an even 100, and Australia are all out for 256.
Well, this is how the last wicket fell. Steve Waugh just putting forward. Pedro Collins did he with a little away swinger straight to the captain, Brian Lara. Superb pair of hands. So Steve Waugh, the last man out. This is how it happened. Putting forward, Brian Lara. Sorry, Joseph is the man that takes the catch. Steve Waugh exactly out for 100 on the button. Glenn McGrath, the not out batsman. And Australia finally out for 256. Pedro Collins gets his 3rd wicket.